Hi guys, how's everybody doing out there? Here to to give my thoughts, review slash recap on the conclusion of the Vixen web series. Um, they're now, in a sense, let me get this right over. I'm starting to really kind of look at it more of I should have just reviewed this as a whole instead of episode by episode. But before I go do this, my fellow geeks, the Omni-Geek Highlord of New York, yours truly, the Honorable Warrior, would not be himself if he wasn't honest about how he felt. And that's some reason why people respect my thoughts, and some people why you come back and watch my vids and watch what I have to say. And I appreciate that. No, more importantly, I love that. Um, but in this episode, we get the conclusion of what picks up. We get a recap. Mari's alive. She's not dead. She is visited by, I guess you could say, the totem spirits, the animals in there, and including visions of her mother, her father, her foster mother, and all the people of her village. And her sister is basically now in control of the totem. She seems to be kind of, I guess, controlling, having people, villagers, bow down to her. And of course, Mari comes back and confronts her sister on the subject at hand, that it was kind of said or pretty much implied in this episode that even though her sister was kind of destined to have the totem, her mother didn't want it because their mother knew she would fall into the dark side of the totem. And I'm trying to figure out where that was really implied, but they imply it. And there's a sister spat between each other. The battle was short, too short and sweet. Well, not in sweet in terms of the animation, yes, but too short and sweet. I expected a lot more between the two sisters, and as you can see, this is one of the images that was one of the scenes. And basically, Mari kind of accepts and embraces who she is. She returns back to Detroit, and we see her now embracing her other side as this costume character. You see her in her outfit. She's talking to her stepfather, and once again going through the notion of she's embraced herself. She knows what she needs to do, and she even says to her stepfather, "I love you." She gets a visit once again by Arrow and Flash, and they tell her, "You're not really ready yet. Let us help you." And she's like, "No, I can do it myself," pretty much. And she's basically saying that Detroit has a defender. She is Detroit's defender. And pretty much that's how the episode pretty much ends. Yeah, that's how it ends. Alright. Alright, guys. I've been a long Vixen fan for a long time. Matter of fact, she is one of my favorite DC characters. I've always loved characters that can manipulate abilities of animals or things like that. I've always loved that. Now, once again, as I said before in the beginning, I wouldn't be honest. I wouldn't be myself if I wasn't brutally honest or just honest with myself. I'm disappointed in Mark Guggenheim and all the people behind this. And let me explain why. The web series concept was not a bad idea. However, the execution of it was. Now, most of us comic fans know Maury, know Vixen. But to the general audience, she is what is known as a lesser known character. So it is their job to introduce this character to a new audience. However, the short length of each episode, 6 episodes. Let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 episodes of supposedly each episode. There was some that was 5 minutes, 6 minutes. This one claimed to be 8 minutes. Wasn't even 8 minutes. It was maybe 3, 4.5. Because the rest of it was showing trailers for Flash and Arrow. Alright. The length is the real big Achilles heel to this. Because of Vixen's mythological origin, this could have been so much better. This didn't even feel like a test run. This felt, in my opinion, guys, this felt kinda like a slap in the face to Vixen. She only gets 3, 4 minutes tops, and you cram each episode with so much interpretation, so much of us to try to process, okay, what's going on? How does this explain everything? You can clearly, in my opinion, it clearly shows that a lot of stuff was cut out of each episode due to time restraint. And that's sad. Not even a test run, once again. This just clearly felt like we get another character that is inside the Arrow Flash universe, but we don't get the proper time to really embrace the character and embrace who she is, what direction does she go, how does she come to the conclusion of embarking on her heroism side, fully embracing it. And those were some of the details that really disappointed me about this. The animation was up to par. I had no problem with that. The voice acting was up to par. It is what really hurts is the length. Now, some of you probably say, well, this was just a test run. I call that BS, because there have been several lesser known characters in animation that got nearly more time, and that is the biggest Achilles heel to this series. Time is the biggest. This truly felt like we just shoved something together. We'll shove a little bit of a story. We'll gather up elements of the character, and people are going to just love it. I couldn't really embrace the sister, the kind of the main protagonist of this, antagonist, of this series fully, even though they kind of explained a little bit of it in the 5th episode. I still did not understand, in a sense, okay, yes, Maury's sister is supposed to be the destined one, but still it does not go to the point of you doing what you did. And I just felt like there's too much more exposition that could be, and that's another thing. Too much. There should have been. There's so much more exposition that could have been explained in this series that it hurts. It honestly hurt. And as I watched every episode, the more I watched, the more depressed kind of I got from every episode. I'm like, there's so much more they could do. I watched every episode and I'm like, I need more. I need more. And when you give it, it's like, it's so fast. It was just, I couldn't embrace that. On the bright side, there is a brighter side to this. Vixen was necessarily given a lead in a series that focused on her. Now, some would say a lesser known character. Okay. Not too many people know who she is. But still, I felt very disappointed. I felt hurt by this. She only gets this much, and and I said before, the web series concept was not a bad idea, but the execution of it could have been so much stronger, so much better, and the dynamic of it is that this didn't even feel like the real dynamic of it is this did not even feel like this was needed to be 6-part weekly episodes, series. This was literally, if you kind of binge watch it as a whole, you're not even getting over a good half an hour. I would assume you're not. I'm just being honest, guys, and as a Vixen fan, I supported the character because you're a fan of the characters, you will support it. But I'm not gonna come on here and bullshit you guys and say, "Oh, it was great. It was so great. I love it. It was this and that." But no, I'm gonna be honest with you and tell you like how I feel. Like, give my opinion on it, and my opinion is yes, this could have been so much better. And hopefully, though I always try to keep an open mind, this leads to something big. This leads to maybe we seeing Vixen somewhere in the future again. But as of right now, I gotta say to Mark Guggenheim and the rest, this was kind of a letdown, sir. This was not... I expected more. Literally. I expected more from this. And what I got was not the honey, the gold. I got rust, copper. I got imitation gold. I didn't get I only got a taste of honey, but I wanted the whole beehive. You know what I'm saying? It could have been much better, guys. And if I offended anybody in my opinion, hey, sorry, but I'm not gonna just jump on the bandwagon and say it was the best thing ever, and not because it wasn't. Like I said, time was its Achilles heel, and I don't know if that was part of the CW Seed's plan to make the episode so short. I don't know if that was how much they could get out of the episodes, because some of those I just seriously doubt. It could have been so much more. And that's all I got to say, guys. I really do. To any of my loyal fans out there, I apologize to them, to you guys, for the kind of depressed review. Usually I'm more up tempo with my reviews and things like that, but this one was kind of a letdown. This was really much a letdown, and for such a great character with a great mythos, and that's what we get. That's all. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, I really am. I, it could have been better. That's all I'm saying. It could have been much better. I'm sorry. Other than that, you guys take care. Enjoy the rest of your week. And I'll see you around. I'll catch you guys down the road. Take care. I'm truly sorry, guys. I really am.